Well, hello there. I'm Cosmic Cannibal, the resident astrologer and sometimes satirist at the Scribe. This is Cosmic Chronicles, your weekly report of all things astrology, from zodiac signs and planets to transits and horoscopes. And speaking of horoscopes, I've got yours for the month. Yeah, month, because it's September. I'm doing that again. Woohoo! Well, it has been a minute, and suddenly we found ourselves in the month number 9 of 2021. Ha! It's officially September. How we got from January to now, I'll never know. But what I do know is that this month is chock full of planetary movements. And there is at least one planetary transit that is guaranteed to shake up your world even more than the realization that summer is officially over. I am, of course, talking about that pesky gnat of a transit, Mercury Retrograde. The planet of communication begins its perceived backpedal through Libra on September 27th. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. Before we start talking about the end of September, we must first discuss its beginning and its middle. And what a beginning and middle this month has. On September 6th, we have a new moon in mutable earth sign Virgo. New moons in earth signs are especially potent for intention setting because they put reality in our corner. Through the detail-minded energy of Virgo, we're hard-pressed to find a better lunation for dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's necessary to manifest our dreams. And starting September 10th, Venus, the planet of love, lust, and relating, enters mysterious Scorpio, dialing up our desire for intimacy and shared secrets. Ooh, sexy. Mars, the planet of action and energy, enters airy Libra on September 14th, revving up our collective yearning for activity and partnerships. On the 20th, we have a full moon in Pisces, the sign of romance and daydreams. Emotions always run high on full moons, but this one may be too much for some signs to handle. Autumn officially begins on September 22nd, when the sun enters Libra, and our aforementioned yearning for newness and camaraderie gets even more yearningful. Is that a word? It is now. But enough sexy foreplay. It's time for the good stuff. You're hilarious, deliberately vague, and slightly saucy 2021 September horoscope. Aries. As you aim to conquer this thing called life, the Virgo New Moon helps you get your together. Like Lizzie McGuire, you tend to live in your head, thinking up big picture goals you never end up achieving. But this new moon carries a message. Master the details and you'll manifest your dreams. The reverse is also true. Don't do that and you won't do the other thing. Venus in Scorpio makes your romantic feelings urgent and intense. You're dying to set a thirst trap. Trouble is, you may be intensely lusting after something or someone you can't have. Challenges and chases do get your motor running, but if you can't actually win the prize, what's the point in fighting for it? When Mars enters Libra, you work best alongside others to complete any projects or goals, and compromise is your BFF. It's all high vibes on the 20th thanks to the Pisces full moon. Your imagination and intuition surge, and a person from the past resurfaces and tugs at your heartstrings. This person may not actually be real, though. In fact, they may be a ghost, and you two may get it on like that sexy pottery-making scene in Ghost. Libra season starts September 22nd, and this once again puts partnerships front and center. If you're in a relationship, you'll be spending more time with your significant other. And if single, you're more than ready to mingle. Mercury turns retrograde on the 27th, and with it comes verbal misfirings, like the one I just had, between you and your partners. My advice, don't be afraid to tell them you're sorry, even if they are a ghost. Taurus. The new moon in Virgo falls in the area of your chart that rules love, creativity, and games. This is excellent news if you're looking to start a new creative project, or go on a date, or buy a lottery ticket. Side note, Cosmic Cannibal does not condone or endorse gambling. She only uses it as a source material for her so-so jokes. Venus in Scorpio turns the volume of your magnetism all the way up, but not so high that it's annoying. Partners, whether business, romantic, or scholarly, find you fetching as This transit also arouses your intuition. You easily see into the motivations of others the way Doctor Strange sees infinite realities. Mars in Libra brings some action to your workplace. Think you and a fellow employee riding a tandem bicycle without shoes. That's the metaphor. If you can figure that out, call me. Your social life and artistic sensibilities bloom in the days leading up to and away from the Pisces full moon. A group endeavor reaches its peak and you're ready to move forward towards your bigger aspirations. If that doesn't apply to you, I don't really know what else to tell you. Libra season brings balance to your work environment and makes interactions with coworkers or fellow students a lot more relaxed. If you overdid it during Virgo season, eating, drinking, partying, whatever, then Libra season will gently remind you to overdo it some more because Libra is not known for its self-discipline. Mercury Retrograde on the 27th may cause a few hiccups and make it a challenge to stick with any new health and wellness routine. But don't beat yourself up. Remember, patience is part of the growth process. So too are pumpkin spice lattes, which are back. I feel like they've been back since August. Gemini. Great news. The Virgo New Moon stirs up your need for order. J.K. Rowling, that's not good news, but organization is the name of the game on the 6th. You may finally reorganize your living space, or maybe, just maybe, you organize your personal space, and by that I mean your head, because we both know it's been jumbled lately. Venus in Scorpio urges you to take a deep dive into self-care. If you've been avoiding the doctor, the dentist, the chiropractor, your therapist, whoever, the way I've been avoiding reality, and let me tell you, I avoid it like the plague, then checkups and wellness seem 100% more appealing during this time. Starting the 14th, Mars in Libra revs up your desire for drama, making you flirty and eager for temporary partnerships. Aim to constructively express these desires. Start writing, painting, or playing tennis again. Go see a play. Even better, download a dating app and flirt with strangers on the internet until you get bored. Whatever you do, don't start drama. The Pisces full moon on the 20th sees you doubting your career path and life goals. Well, good thing Libra season turns that all around. Starting September 22nd, your muse is at your beck and call for 5 days at least. On the 27th, Mercury turns retrograde, causing bedlam in your creative brain. Rather than begin anything new, it's wiser to return to pre-existing creative projects, be they poems, would-be novels, or that masterpiece painting you have yet to complete. Because what of most of the things you start during this time will not see the finish line. Cancer. Ready for change? Of course not. You hate change. The Virgo New Moon brings major and minor changes to your social group as well as your hopes and dreams, potentially bringing some promising opportunities for growth. That's personal growth, not a mysterious mole on your inner thigh type of growth, just to be clear. Venus in Scorpio sends your love life smoldering. If single, you're only interested in deeply passionate connections, and if in a relationship, you and your partner stoke the fire. And I think we all know what that's a euphemism for: inciting anarchy. Wait, what? With Mars in Libra, you suddenly want to redecorate your room or move altogether. Trouble is, you can't decide what it is you want to change more, and you probably won't change anything because you hate change. The Pisces full moon on the 20th leaves you crying over your life expectations, like how I cried when I heard Britney Spears was free from the tyranny of her father. Your intuition is particularly strong at this time, and your emotions are dialed way up. As restless as you may feel, it's best to breathe and stay positive. Home and family become another primary concern during Libra season. Uninterested in the outside social scene, your casa becomes the hive for all social activities. Mom and pop may also stop by for a visit. If they're still your roomies, life together is much more peaceful. But Mercury retrograde may cause some communication commotion. Rather than shut out all the noise and retreat into your shell, you should instead aim to address confrontations directly. Most communications arise because of silence anyway. Leo. Look at your financial resources. Do you feel that everything's up to snuff? Well, the Virgo New Moon presents an opportunity to manifest more moolah and make the most of your natural talents. And no, simply being you doesn't count as a natural talent. Trust me, I Googled it up. I also Googled up new Snapchat filter. Why? Stay tuned. Venus enters Scorpio on the 14th, instigating a much quieter vibe at home. If you've got roomies, they're not getting under your skin as much. Probably because you're intensely focused on beautifying your personal space, or you've just accepted them as a temporary cross to bear. Mars in Libra energizes your social life, bringing a flurry of text, emails, and DMs from your closest friends and family. Why aren't they just calling you? Why are they texting, emailing you, and DMing you? You're scheduling dates and drinks like Tom Arnold. Wait, do you know who that is? You don't, do you? Okay, well, Tom Arnold, he was married to Roseanne Barr, right? You don't know who that is either. Moving on. The Pisces full moon on the 20th has you feeling all the feels. There could be an emotional crisis involving loved ones and maybe even an inheritance or deep-rooted secret. Whatever happens, it's best to cry it out and post pics of yourself crying on Snapchat because their filters can make you look like anything other than a sad sack. The hot one to try right now is Vogue Noir, according to Google. Beginning the 22nd, Libra season emphasizes your need for self-expression. Whether this means you write your ass off or decide to try your hand at stand-up comedy, the goal is that you creatively express your thoughts as best as you can. Come September 27th, Mercury retrograde messes up your plans, but it doesn't stop you. Nothing stops you. Virgo. The new moon on the 6th is all about you, your aims, and your wants. Selfish though it might seem, it's okay to focus on you. This new moon is like another birthday, so make your wish count. Venus in Scorpio sees your social calendar filling up, and all you want to do is share deep discussions with friends and family. Your sensitivity to beauty is especially sharp, and you may find yourself awing at every sunset like some hippie on shrooms. Mars enters Libra on the 14th, and with it comes the incentive to make more money. This could be because you want to spend more money on pretty yet purposeless knickknacks. Be mindful of wasteful spending. You'll be concerned with your partnerships or lack thereof. On the 20th, the Pisces full moon emphasizes the importance of one-on-one relationships, and you might get a bit emotional about your current relationship status. Whether single or dating, you will feel disillusioned by love. If not, do it for me anyway. When Libra season kicks off on September 22nd, your focus shifts to your possessions, property, and self-appreciation. This is the time to take stock of your personal belongings, both physical and personal, and see what makes you happy and what can make you money. As Marie Kondo says, if it doesn't strike joy, you should chuck it. I'm paraphrasing. By the 27th, Mercury retrograde may mess with your budget, so refrain from making any major purchases. Chances are you won't like them, because you don't really like anything. Libra. Life feels confusing in the days leading up to the Virgo New Moon. The noise and activity of the world interferes with your equilibrium, so you may need to hole away from everyone and everything to contemplate your feelings and your confusion. In other words, people are like just draining the life out of you and you just want to be alone. This is actually how the Unabomber felt before he, Your ruling planet Venus enters Scorpio on the 10th, and with it comes a compulsive yearning for self-indulgence. You're eating out more, buying more clothes and more makeup, and just treating yourself. When Mars enters your sign on the 14th, it acts like a preview to your birthday season. Suddenly, you have energy, and lots of it. You can constructively target this sudden burst of life by motivating those around you. This is actually a great time to tackle challenges, particularly physical challenges, CrossFit, and propel yourself forward. On the 20th, the Pisces full moon ends any current health and wellness routine you've been sorta thinking about. Don't get bogged down by what you haven't done yet, and instead look at this as an opportunity to start over. Speaking of starting over, on the 22nd, the sun enters Libra and you feel reborn. Like the Mars in Libra transit, you've got oodles of energy and a desire to get stuff done. Bonus, your confidence and creativity are as bright as the sun. By the 27th, Mercury Retrograde in your sign has an adverse effect on your communications, so try not to do that thing that you do a lot, which is instigate arguments just for the sake of debate. Scorpio. September 6th is a big day for your hopes, wishes, and dreams. The Virgo New Moon inspires you to get methodical about what you want to accomplish in the months ahead. Friends, whether old or new, may also play a part in this grand scheme to actualize your dreams. The good vibes keep flowing when Venus enters your sign on the 10th, and your magnetism is at an all-time high. People can't keep their eyes off you. Better their eyes than their hands, right? You hear that, Cuomo? But your energy may wax and wane. Mars enters Libra in that part of your chart where planets typically like to sleep, then suddenly wake up like an old guy with sleep apnea. Those aforementioned admirers will simultaneously exhilarate and exhaust you. The Pisces new moon on the 20th may cause some misunderstandings in your love life or with a creative project. Rather than abandon ship, think about what you need from or out of this relationship/project. Is it reassurance or clarity or compassion? Only your intuition has the answer. That or ask Jeeves. Is that still a thing? By the 22nd, Libra season sees you retreating into your private world. This private world can take many forms. Your bedroom, your imagination, your childhood treehouse, but its purpose is the same. You just want to get away from people for a little while. The forced isolation works wonders on your creativity, and really, a retreat into a safe place isn't a bad idea since Mercury retrograde on the 27th brings self-delusion and misunderstandings. Sagittarius. Save your optimism and energy for your career goals because the Virgo New Moon on the 6th is all about that vocation. At work, you may get an opportunity for advancement, or you're just given more responsibility, and surprise, surprise, you aren't whining about it. In fact, more work may be just what you need to truly succeed. Venus in Scorpio is in that part of your chart that rules romance and fantasies. If you decide to start seeing anyone during this time, you'll keep the fling hush-hush. And if you're single, you'll spend many nights and days daydreaming about your one true love, whether they're real or not. Mars in Libra motivates you to take a more active role in your groups. This includes work and study groups, by the way. Of course, this urge to merge with the collective may only be for appearance's sake, but you'll benefit from the effort nonetheless. The Pisces full moon puts a spotlight on your home life. If you've been overworking, you probably haven't had a chance to just chill on the couch, unless your job is being a professional couch potato. Wonder if that's how Mr. Potato Head got started. Libra season accelerates that previously mentioned desire to get cliquey with others. Socializing is your biggest aim. That and overwhelming social media with verbose posts about your every thought. Here's a thought. Don't turn your DMs into quotes. I don't care if that's like a TikTok trend now. It's just tacky. Mercury retrograde on the 27th may just put a stop to these excessive updates, which is good news for every one of your friends or homies or whatever they're called now. Capricorn. Connect with that part of you that dreams big, because the Virgo New Moon wants you to grow your goals the way Pinterest keeps telling me to grow my glutes. But you must first understand your values. Otherwise, you could grow the wrong goal. Nothing is worse than growing the wrong goal. well, I can think of many other things that are worse. With Venus and Scorpio, you're all about your social life. So long as the connections are worth your while and the conversations are as meaningful as they are provocative. Superficial interactions and friendly flings do not interest you right now. Mars in Libra helps you assert yourself at work the tactful way. Rather than bossing everyone around and demanding that they all respect you, you're more inclined to commend others for their efforts. This flattery gets you everywhere. The Pisces full moon has you feeling curious yet confused, like how I feel when searching for something to watch on Netflix. There's so much there, but how do I choose? Should you take a short trip to clear your head, or should you jot down your worries? Chances are you'll do neither. You prefer to push through pain, but it might behoove you more to chat it out with a neighbor or sibling you trust. Libra season brings more action at work. This might be when you're finally recognized for all the hard work you put in, but you might also be obsessively yearning for recognition. When are you going to learn that you get that which you seek by ceasing to seek it? Mercury Retrograde makes work as confusing as that last sentence of mine. Actually, it's not confusing. It's wise. Thank you very much. Aquarius. Approach the Virgo New Moon as you would a radioactive spider. On the one hand, it could give you super strength. On the other hand, it could cause a severe crisis, the likes of which would require other people's money to sort out. If only you had an Uncle Ben to give you a fat inheritance. In reality, the new moon may help you take a relationship to the next level. Venus in Scorpio does for you what Mars and Sun in Libra do for Capricorn minus the antagonism. Work flows with greater ease and you may fall head over heels for one of your superiors. That, or a superior falls for you. It's strictly platonic though, so don't get too excited. Mars in Libra could see you contemplating marriage, but it could also have you gaga over some grad school or ayahuasca retreat overseas. Either way, idealism is high. The Pisces full moon shines a bright light on your resources. If you've been overspending or eating doubt in yourself, you won't be able to avoid it any longer. Good thing, too, sometimes we can be our own worst enemy. Libra season has you aching for a travel or study buddy. You're also so inspired by life and other cultures that all you want to do is write. If you decide to book a trip, Mercury Retrograde will cause several reschedulings. And if writing, it's best not to start a new project. Instead, revise your novel. You know, the one about a ghost carnival or whatever it is. Ghosts seem to be a popular theme for me today. I don't know why. Ghosts. The new frontier. Pisces. Partnerships, especially romantic ones, are almost always on your mind. Are you an Enneagram 4? But they're particularly fascinated on the Virgo New Moon. Someone may axe you out on a date, or you might be getting flirty with one of your classmates. Either way, there's an opportunity to manifest a soulmate. When Venus enters Scorpio, you fall in love with adventure. As much as I'd like to say this means you take an exotic trip to Greece and fall for a Greek hottie like Lena did in Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants 2, there's a higher chance that you'll discover a really awesome fantasy book series and read it any chance you get. Side note, as it pertains to STP2, I find it highly unrealistic that 4 teenage girls were able to ship a pair of jeans internationally without any trouble whatsoever. Last time I checked, U.S. Customs was a biatch. Also, how in the world did those 4 teenage girls find a single pair of jeans that fit every single one of them? I can't even find one pair to fit me. But anyway, Mars in Libra gives you the boost of power you need and has you feeling those witch vibes way before Target puts out the Halloween decor. The full moon in your sign dials up your emotions even higher than usual, so do as Madonna instructed back in 1989 and express yourself. Is that how it goes? I don't know, I don't listen to Madonna. Libra season sees you embracing your passions and aiming to make it happen. Trademark Flashdance. What it is depends on who you and what your passions are. But Mercury may make such an intimate self-exploration more challenging. So there you have it, your complete 2021 September 2021, whatever, horoscope, courtesy of me, Cosmic Cannibal. For more information about astrology and different horoscopes, listicles, all sorts of fun astrology information, be sure to check it out at www.scribe.uccs.edu. That's where the Cosmic Cannibal canon currently resides. And if you don't already follow us on Instagram, follow us on Instagram at UCCS Scribe. Thanks for listening.